All right, we are live. Hey guys, welcome to Franchise Talk. My name's Alex with Stonework Franchising, your franchise broker to help you find a franchise, help you find the right one, and keep you from getting lost down that hallway of franchises on billboards and trying to figure out which one's the right one. It's a hurdle. It's amazing and it stinks. It's a horrible way to go. We have a show built for you called Franchise Talk, and that's what this is, to be able to help you and provide context to what your franchise requirements are and your personal goals. So hopefully this can help you out and really orientate you to different industries that might appeal to you in different ways. And your life goals, your family situations, your financial situations. Not all franchises are fast food, as you probably have already figured based on the videos we've already shot. But just in case you're viewing this for the first time, that's what this is. Franchises are not just fast food. If you're looking at going into franchising or any business for the first time, I highly recommend you do a franchise just because it's a successful system already. You don't have to spend the money working out the kinks like they already have. So that is what this is about. Some of the best franchises in the world are home-based, give you the best return on investment. Other brick and mortar locations are some really good locations that build a lot of value in their customers and their locations. And they're doing very well even in our digital age. And today we have one, okay? We have a very unique system that I think is a lot of fun. And I mean, I've even talked with him. His name's Spencer. He's with Tiger Rock Martial Arts. I have debated this franchise for myself on down the road because it can potentially be a passive system that I can still be involved with. That and my daughter just completely loves martial arts and all the movies and stuff that are on there, and she wants to be in martial arts. So it's a complete family thing that we want to get wrapped into. So I want to introduce you today to Tiger Rock Martial Arts. Why this is a fabulous franchise for you guys to take a look at and to assess, particularly if you're looking at stepping out of the military and transitioning, just because they train you as a whole. And the biggest thing is that, you know, with a franchise like this, they have a couple little things that I want to turn you on to, and I put a hashtag on our mentorship groups for this. This is a veteran habitat franchise. I don't like to say veteran friendly because anybody can say veteran friendly. This franchise has lots of veterans in them, and they do well. So without further ado, I'm going to turn you over to Spencer with Tiger Rock Martial Arts. Hey, man, what's going on? How's your day going?
Hey, it's going great. You know, gotta love, I'm located in the Midwest here, and fall happened yesterday, so the weather is starting to turn, the leaves are changing. It's a great time of the year.
And by that you mean it's starting to get cold because I've heard a lot of outdoorsmen say they like South Dakota, so I can't knock that. The only thing I can't stand is the cold, man, so I hand it to you. But if it's working in South Dakota, it's working in Florida, it's working all over the country. So what is Tiger Rock, and why is it such an interesting franchise?
Yeah, you know, kind of give you a little bit of background. We are a martial arts franchise, kind of like in our name, pretty easy to understand. But we're actually the largest martial arts franchise. We started in 2008, and we have about 200 locations all across the nation that consumers can take or experience our product. We were voted #1 in category by entrepreneur.com, so pretty excited. We've got a great brand. Although we started it as a franchise in 2008, we've been around for about over 30 years, administering our curriculum, modifying our product. So we have quite a bit of business experience. Our product of what we actually administer to the public is martial arts or group fitness, and so we do have multiple arts. Our programs are all age specific. And we do that so if they're a tiger cub, which a 4 to 5 year old would be, they have an age-specific curriculum that gets the most empowering experience for them. All the way ranges to adults. All our adult classes are 16 and up, and that curriculum has been modified, you know, so as the consumer demand changes, we're always in front of the group, being innovative, giving them an experience that they, you know, really desire. So
yeah, that's really important. I mean, if that's your customer, you're developing something for a long term. You're really building it. And what this means, guys, is you have a business that That's a brick and mortar. It's a simple business, and it's a service. You're not having to fork out. This isn't a fast food joint. All right. When you're looking at franchises like this, and you're looking at franchises that have a brick and mortar location, you're always looking at an increased cost. However, if you're looking at services or things that you can do in them, decreases cost and essentially can turn over a better profit and get a bigger presence in the community. And with that note, Spencer, how strong, and I say this with respect, how strong is this franchise?
You know, being the largest martial arts franchise, having 30 years of business experience administering this product, I can proudly say that this is a great company to be a part of. You know, the business we are on the expansion again. You know, we've been through. We're recession resistant. We're a top 500 franchise. So the strength of our franchise, I'm proud to say, is very strong. And I think a lot of that has to do with, especially in the recent years, the fitness industry as a whole has been expanding, and the martial arts industry is expanding greatly as well. And, you know, Alex and I were talking earlier, I think that has to be because the martial arts is actually the third most popular for youth. And the easy explanation of that is every kid wants to be a ninja. You know, Alex's own daughter says that, you know, she has an interest, and it's because Kung Fu Panda, the Star Wars, the Ninja Turtles movies coming out, they have an interest in this product that they're actively searching for great providers, and we're there to provide them a better experience than anybody. And, you know, they stay with us for a long time.
My own daughter, just like you said, you know what, princess, ballerina, I want to go take dance. No. Daddy, I'm a Ninja Turtle. I want to go take karate. No, calm down. Hold on a second. You're not a Ninja Turtle. You're a little girl, but I don't have a problem with you taking karate. And that's another thing that's coming up, man. You got a whole bunch of vets returning with kids. If you've been deployed any time in your life, you come back home, more than likely you've got kids. Anyway, so you got kids, you're coming back, you know, you want to teach them self-defense. It's a good way to do it, but it's not necessarily something you need to be teaching them how to do. I would highly recommend, you know, a school like that to my kids, you know, and that's what I would do for them. That's what I'm going to be doing for them. So that is, I guess, what makes it very unique. And you'd mentioned the longevity of your clients, the people that you have come in. You know, what type of consumer response is this service achieving? And, you know, realistically, I think that answers that too. But why don't you?
Yeah, you know, the consumer response is something we work with our franchisees. Your consumers are your biggest fans, and I think I have the privilege to go to Tiger Rock puts on 3 different tournaments a year, or 3 times a year. They put on, you know, dozens of tournaments, and so I have the ability to actually go to these tournaments or actually go to the schools and work and talk with adults that participate or parents that their children participate. And that's some of the greatest satisfaction is how our schools grow is actually from referrals. If they come for your class one time, have a great experience, they're going to tell all of their friends. And so we really work with our franchisees on that. And a little bit of statistics to back this up of why they're great consumer response. If they can make it past their first testing, which is less than 60 days usually, the average student in Tiger Rock is with us for over 2 years. And so in the ability with the consumers, you know, they're attracted to many different things and they're jumping from ship to ship on many different businesses. We're one that's unique that they come to us with their goals, and we say, we're going to help you reach your goals. We're going to teach you life skills and personal development. And they're with us for years to come after that. You know,
what are your best franchisees doing? The guys that I talk to have no idea about franchises or how they're good or how they could be capable, you know, good for them. What's the light at the end of the tunnel look like? You know, how do you guys develop a franchisee? How do you make a business owner be a great business owner and have that lifestyle, those goals fulfilled like you were talking about?
Yeah. You know, our business owners, our franchisees come from all different walks of life. You know, some are ex-doctors, ex-lawyers, a lot of ex-military, mechanics, people that have been in corporate, America for 20 years and are looking to make a change. It doesn't really matter about, your background. We developed a system that if you have, you do not have to have any martial arts experience to be successful with this business. You don't have to have any business experience to be successful with this. I was banking on that, creating our Tiger Rock made a system that if you have no martial arts and no business experience, how do we create a system that you can follow, that you can be successful and reach all of your goals? So that's what we did. And if you come with those experiences in the military or in corporate America or anything, the School of Hard Knocks, if you come with those different experiences, those are just pieces of the pie that you've already, became very good at. And with our system, you're just going to be that much more successful because of those previous life experiences. And so I usually let my franchisees do the talking for me. If you call any of our franchisees, in our process, in our discovery days, we like to get multiple franchisees that you can speak to on a one-on-one. I walk out of the room or whoever corporate representative walks out and they say, hey, you can ask him anything you want right now, what your life would be like, what you can expect. When he wakes up in the morning, what does he feel like? He's reaching his goals? Is he happy? All of those experiences, we highly encourage it because our franchisees are exactly like their consumers, our biggest raving fans. And so I try not to hide any of them. I'm very forward. If you're looking for franchisees that are in your particular area or similar to your particular market, it's my job to help you have those conversations so you can see what your return on investment will be, so you can see what your lifestyle will be, and how do you get to reach all of your goals.
But your best, like you said, he wants you on the phone with the franchisees that are in operation because your best information comes from them. You don't have an item 19. Is that right?
Correct.
Right.
We do not have an item 19. We were instructed to not give out an item 19 because we have some facilities are 10,000 square feet and some are 2,000 square feet. And so we didn't want to mislead anyone. I want to make sure of saying, hey, if you're going to be in your model and you be at a 2,800 square feet facility in this type of market, these are franchisees that you need to talk with because they're in the exact same boat as you. So you can get the most realistic picture that you can.
Some of the franchisees I've talked to from different franchises, and they'd be more than happy to open their finances to you to kind of tell you about what's expected first months. I don't know. Have you seen that? You seen that, Spencer?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually created a Proforma for you. So some people, they really they don't spend a lot of time with spreadsheets. I personally do. So I actually created a spreadsheet where you ask basic questions and you say, what do you charge for a membership? Type that in there. It's going to pre-populate with your information. When you're talking with that franchisee, there'll be 10 questions that you ask. And when he answers those questions for you, it will populate a whole 12 months, years of revenue and expenses for you. And so this is a great tool that you say, hey, if I want to be, this is what my end goal needs to be, work backwards from that and saying, well, what do I need to charge on this? How many students do I need to get every month? And if I can get, 5, 10, 15, whatever students, that will allow me to reach my goal every month.
Spencer, please give us a rundown of the kind of person you're looking for and their hurdles to entry.
Absolutely. Most of our franchisees, we are a fitness franchise. And so if you have any passion, with health or sports, or if you're a health and sport enthusiast, we're a perfect match for you on that. Another great characteristic that a lot of our people fall into is if you have a strong sense of community. We are a very family-based business. We give back to the community. We create programs that are actually adopted by the school systems. We developed this, through different universities, through peer-reviewed articles to help with the bully prevention. That's a huge element of who we are is the community awareness. And so the last thing is our type of person or interest. If you enjoy children or shaping the future lives, our bread and butter, we offer classes of adults all the way down to 4 and 5 year olds, really is the junior market, which is 6 to 11 year olds. And so if you enjoy children, this is going to be a phenomenal choice for you. We try not to make a lot of hurdles in entry. We're unique in that front. We truly believe we are changing the world. We have a great business model. We don't want to put restrictions on time limits and stuff. Our initial investment for this it ranges from $87,000 to $180,000, and so that does include your franchising fee. We're a very affordable franchise, and we did this because this is who we are. This is what we believe in, and the time to open. I ask you, and I said, what works best for you? If you're just getting out of the military, or you got to work till here, or you don't employ, you want to move. I ask you those questions, and we work backwards from there. I will give you some insight. There's some times a year that are best time to open, and we pick which one works best for you, and then we work backwards of saying we need to hit these milestones all along the way to make sure that goal happens.
Okay, and if you could do me a favor, just run down real quick. What's your liquid capital requirement? What's your net worth requirement? I mean, space considering, but and what etc. I mean, you go through.
Liquid capital. So our initial investment that you can expect, you'll see in our FDD, is $87,360 to $184,260. And so what that actually means is, how much money am I going to need for operating the first business for up to 3 months and then some. Your net worth of that, it will be about the $35,000 to $45,000 range. Time to open, like I said, it kind of depends on what your goals are, but that could be as fast as a couple of months.
This is a brick and mortar location, guys. We typically, and this is from the broker standpoint, typically what I see when you hit the brick and mortar locations, you instantly see $100,000 plus, typically. This doesn't have a whole lot of, I mean, the cost that I'm assuming that is really in this business is the location and the build out.
Correct.
That's it. I mean, and hiring somebody. That's it. Yeah. That's what I'm assuming, because
you're 100% correct. Our model, especially initially, we'll start out with one, maybe two employees. That's it. Our facility sizes are going to range from 2,400 to 3,200 square feet, and they are brick and mortar. But if you've ever been to a martial arts, we have a specific build out that we've paid for architects as you come in. So when you're working with a contractor, I truly do love negotiating or working in these different on a team. And so I'm right there with you in this of saying, this is how I'm going to help you reduce these costs. And that's why we've been able to post numbers like this, is because we worked backwards. We worked at every area that we need to help assist you with, and how can we reduce your costs for that so we don't create an extra barrier to entry.
Give me a rundown of the training and support you guys offer to get somebody ready for this business.
Yep. So some of the biggest things for anybody's franchise, they're going to be looking for all these different pieces of the pie, things that we do very well. We want to help you with any aspect of your business, but your site selection and finding talent are the two biggest obstacles, right? So I personally work with all clients on their site selection. That's from a quantitative and a qualitative standpoint. So demographics of what this traffic counts, for what this parking situation's like, what's the feel when I'm actually in front of that. All of this, the site selection is a huge part. The financing, we don't do in-house financing. However, being established for 30 plus years, we've done this more than once. And so we actually have preferred vendor relationship with a financing company, as well as we work with any bank. I'll help you with your business plans, your Proformas, the every aspect. I used to do this for the state that was working with how do we obtain more financial help for clients. So I'm very good at this. I enjoy this, as well as my entire team. But the training, the marketing, your business product support, from videos of how to handle holiday sales, how to handle any problems, sales, all of that is included in our franchise and is in your franchisee manual.
All right, and how long is that? How long is the training? Do you guys do it at your location?
Yep. So you get the opportunity to come to the great state of South Dakota. It's the southernmost tip. So I promise I have lent a code or two before. That training, we have it here because we actually have our executives actually are present for this. And so you will actually meet the president and CEO. He actually teaches a part of his training. It's about a week long. You'll come up here. You'll have there are long days. You'll be able to the mornings start out with some classroom. Then you get actually what we teach you. Then you actually get to see the application out in the community. And at night, where you're observing the classes, actually administering the life skills that I was talking about earlier. You'll be able to do that for multiple days, as well as we provide you resources. We have different skill builders where corporate representatives come to the regional parts of the country where we work on business seminars, we work on product, we work with managers, as well as the summit is one time a year where all franchisees gather together, and we pay for speakers to come in and talk about this, forecasting of the next things that you can see, of social media, different marketing techniques, all of that. We've tried to provide as much support for franchisees as possible.
What kind of programs or incentives do you provide vets? Some do, some don't. So I just want to clarify real quick. If you do, you don't, and what kind of value can you provide somebody who's a vet and possibly even transitioning vet?
Yep. So we try to make this as affordable and a greater program for anybody. And so of our top 10 performers, we actually have multiple people that are ex-military. And so it's pretty cool to stand out. They all have different background and stories. I also come from a military family as well. And so the program incentives, we actually don't do anything specific, but what the program we do offer is affordable for everybody. If you compare us apples to apples to other franchises of our size or of our returns, you'll be able to see that we really are being truthful in this. Your initial franchising fee is the $25,000, and that second location, if that's a goal of yours, we reduce that franchising fee to $4,500. And so this is a huge opportunity. We try not to put extra barriers in there for you. We try to align our interests as much as possible with our royalties. The incentives, the programs. I promise if you're interested in our program, Alex knows quite a bit about us, that he'll be able to actually introduce you to multiple, ex-military, or if you're looking for ex-doctors or lawyers or mechanics or whoever, we can find someone that has a similar background so you can see exactly what we're all about.
And that's great. And that's why I started doing this too, is you're looking at guys coming out of corporate America, they're staring down the barrel of like a 17-year career, and their corporate America is about to shoot them in the foot and kick them out the door before they ever get that pension or that plan or that retirement that they really dreamed of. And I also work with people who are from different industries all across the board. And we all have one thing in common, because I was a veteran. I was in the Army for 8 years, and I didn't retire. I was just tired, deploying all the time. And so, 3rd Infantry Division, Fort Stewart in the middle of swamp. It sounds like a great and wonderful place. It's not. I did tours there. I did tours from there. I'm proud of that. And I did tours from Fort Sam. You're looking at this. If you were to transition one of them, and I would definitely point them in this direction. I would personally, because they don't have an incentive, and I don't tell vets to bank on the incentive or to look for the biggest franchise with the biggest incentives for you to step into the market. Don't do that. What you're looking at is a business that fits you and is capable of training you to be very wealthy and successful without a damn incentive. All right. That shouldn't be a requirement, and I don't think it is. This is a veteran habitat. You can look it up. I just created it. Hashtag veteran habitat. There are, not only in employment, but in business ownership, there are groups of veterans that congregate around certain brands, certain things, because it pertains to our background. We're a lot more comfortable in it, and it's just a fun thing to be at, when after our military service. So there are these locations. I'm going to be doing and filming franchise talk with a couple other of these franchise from Success. If you probably heard that about 1 million times or so. So looking at this stuff, it's easy to take into consideration what your next steps are and how easy and smooth a transition with Tiger Rock can be. And Tiger Rock's one of them, and we have many. But if you like this, if you like the idea of this, if you've entertained it for whatever reason, this is something that we can look at quick. We can get you in front of fairly quickly. But overall, it's up to you to figure out if it's going to work for your goals. Thanks for watching Franchise Talk. Please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share us on social media. We are committed to assisting you so that you find franchises without the frustrations of internet searching and sites selling your information before you even get a chance to talk to franchises. If you want to simplify your life and have someone to facilitate your information collection, I'm here to be your personal resource and one-on-one coach. If you would like to be a guest on the show, to ask franchise bigwigs questions, or contact me for franchise support, check out for my contact information below down in the description. Thanks for watching.